Hey everyone, I wanted to share why I've officially stepped away from Throne and Liberty. I know a lot of you were following my journey in the game, and I appreciate the support. The truth is, the game was fun at first. The world looked amazing, the combat was fresh, and the hype had me hooked. But once I hit the endgame, things changed, and not in a good way. Here's a full breakdown of why I'm done with it, at least for now. 1. It becomes repetitive and boring at endgame. The early game progression was exciting, but once you hit the endgame, the entire loop boils down to doing the same dailies, weeklies, and dungeon runs over and over. It quickly starts feeling like a job instead of a game. 2. Pay to win is out of control. The game heavily favors those who swipe. Gear upgrades, stat boosts, even competitive rankings are all impacted by how much you spend. It's incredibly discouraging when you grind for days, and someone with a credit card just flies past you in minutes. 3. No true open-world grind MMOs should reward exploration and time investment, but TL pushes you into instanced content and scheduled events. There's no satisfying grind or reason to roam the world outside of preset times. One of the things I love most in MMOs is exploring and grinding out progress in the open world. Throne and Liberty barely offers that. Everything feels instanced or too controlled. 4. Guild Zerg Warfare. If you're not in a top mega guild, you're basically locked out of the game's biggest content. Everything is dominated by zergs and politics, making it almost impossible for solo players or small groups to enjoy major events. 5. Unbalanced classes. Class balance feels like an afterthought. Some classes are way too strong in PvP, and others are borderline unplayable in certain content. It kills the fun and diversity of team play when everyone is just forced to pick meta builds. 6. Trash drop rates. You can grind for hours and walk away with almost nothing. It feels like your time isn't being respected, and that just sucks the motivation out of the grind. Grinding feels pointless when the reward system is so stingy. Spending hours with almost nothing to show for it just isn't satisfying. 7. Boring dailies and weeklies. The quests you're forced to do every day and week are repetitive, slow, and uninspired. They're not fun, they're chores, and they're required to stay relevant. 8. Content is too time-gated. Most meaningful activities are tied to timers, world bosses, sieges, events. If you can't be online at the exact right time, you miss out. That sucks for casual or busy players. 9. Bad optimization and lag. Even on good PCs, performance issues pop up often. In big fights, lag and stuttering are still a problem, which ruins PvP and large-scale events. 10th, no sense of player freedom. Everything feels on rails, like you're following a script the devs wrote. There's not enough sandbox-style fun or player-driven content to keep things interesting long-term. All in all, Throne and Liberty had potential, and for a while I was hooked. But the deeper I went, the more I realized it just doesn't respect your time unless you're swiping your credit card or joining a zerg guild. It became too repetitive, too grindy, and not rewarding enough. I gave it a fair shot, but at the end of the day, a game should be fun, not exhausting, frustrating, or unfair. I might check back in the future if major changes happen, but for now, I'm moving on to games that respect my time and are actually enjoyable to play. Thanks for understanding, and stay tuned for what's next on the channel. I wanted this game to succeed, and part of me still hopes it will. The core idea behind Throne and Liberty is amazing, but right now the systems around it are holding it back. If the devs listen to the community and make real changes, not just small patches, this game could be great again. And if that happens, I'd love to come back.